Hey there, it's Olivia-Savannah here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to give you my Afrofuturism book haul. So this book haul is brought to you by my dissertation. This is my final year of studying English literature and creative writing at university, and I'm going to be doing an English literature dissertation. And this dissertation is focusing on Afro and Carofuturism and looking at how contemporary young adult literature, that is Afro and Caro-futuristic, discusses and unpacks the diaspora that third and second generation Afro and Caro descendants experience in the modern day. I will also be looking at classic Afrofuturism and seeing what the diaspora focus was in the classic literature compared to the contemporary young adult novels coming out now. So I've got a mix of some of the more older, very well known Afro and Carofuturism literature, and then I've also got some of the contemporary young adult ones that are coming out, so I can do a bit of a compare and contrast, as well as some non-fiction on Afrofuturism, and I'm here to haul it in for you guys today. I'm also going to mention one book that I'm not going to haul, but this is basically my reading list also for my dissertation. So is this a haul? Is this a reading list for the dissertation? Who knows? Let's get into it. So the first book I have to show you is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. I've actually already read this one back in January and I really did enjoy it, but I'm going to be rereading it because it's perfect for me to use for my dissertation. And this one focuses on Binti. She is the first of her generation from her tribe who wants to go to university, and it's frowned upon by her people, so she decides that she's going to sneak off and go to the university anyway. However, the ship is attacked on the way by this alien species and they want a certain something, and Binti and this alien species kind of gain contact, and it's all about what happens. It's a really quick and short novella, but I think it unpacked a lot of themes and had a lot to discuss, and I really did enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to rereading it and breaking it down a little bit more for my dissertation. The next book I have to talk about is The Black God's Drums by Jewelle Clark, and this one sounds a bit steampunky. So we are following Creeper, who is this young scrappy teen, and she has got her eyes set upon a smuggler ship that she wants to gain the trust of the captain. She wants to get on board and use these secrets about kidnapping, and use a secret about a kidnapped Haitian scientist, as well as a secret about a mysterious weapon called the Black God's Drums, so that she can gain the captain's trust. Creeper also has an agenda of her own, which is something to do with Oya, which are the African winds and Orisha who are speaking to her within, and Oya has its own agenda. So it's got a lot going on in the synopsis. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make of it myself, but I have heard really good things about this one, and again, it's a really short, quick novella, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I think of it. Then we have Wild Seed by Octavia Butler. I have read 2 books by Butler this year and I have loved both of them, and I cannot wait to read a third one under the excuse of I need it for my dissertation. So this one follows Doro, and Doro has the power to jump between bodies, and he just keeps jumping between bodies to sustain his own life force, and he leaves those bodies with no remorse, even though I think they're dead after he leaves them, and he's hopping from body to body while breeding a line of supernaturally gifted humans for himself and to create a big empire for his entire future, seeing as he will live forever. However, he meets his match in a woman who has powers of her own, which I think have to do with healing, and when the two meet, things collide and get heated. So I don't know too much other than what Doro's powers are, but I kind of like to leave it that way. Octavia Butler has a way of blowing my mind and showing me things that I did not expect at all. I'm really excited to not know too much, but to just dive right in. Then we've got Riot Baby by Tochi Onyebuchi, and I've heard really good things about this one. So we're following Ella and her brother who are living in this world, and Ella has this thing which is sort of a power that she has. When her brother is incarcerated, it's up to her to watch either her brother suffer and what that means for her, while she has the ability and the power to wreck complete cities and maybe to free her brother. So she's got all of this power, but is she supposed to use it? What does it mean? I know that in this one the world is kind of crumbling all around them, but then it's also about the family unit. So I think it's going to be interesting to see that didactic nature of the story, to see the brother's story and then see the bigger world and the larger picture. Again, it doesn't seem too long, but I've heard that it packs a punch. We have The Chaos by Nalo Hopkinson. I couldn't have Afrofuturism dissertation without reading something by Nalo Hopkinson, because she really was influential in this movement in the like Caribbean side of things, while Octavia Butler really led the way and paved the way in the Afrofuturism side of things. So in The Chaos, it's the young adult novel from Nalo Hopkinson, and we follow this main character. I think her name is Scotch, and Scotch has never quite fit in. She's really struggling with being a second or third generation child, where she's got a black Canadian parent and then she's got a Jamaican parent. She doesn't know where she fits in, and also she's got another problem, and that is that black stickiness that started showing up on her skin that she can't get quite rid of. And when she's in town with her brother, this light thing appears and they touch it, and the whole world starts to get taken over by this element called the chaos. So the synopsis is very vague. It sounds like there's loads of problems going on here. The cultural identity crisis, the world issue, and then her own personal issue with her skin as well. And we'll see what I make of it. I really have no expectations. I've not read anything by Nalo Hopkinson, and this will be my first book of hers. Then we have The Gilda Stories by Jewelle Gomez, and this one, I don't know if it's going to quite fit into this dissertation, but it was on the reading list of like when I was searching around to find books that fit for my dissertation. This one came up, so I can't really know unless I've read it and seen how much it fits, but it is essentially a lesbian classic novel, and it's got vampires. Vampire lesbian classic. That's all I know about this book, and that's all I want to know. It's about this vampire who, I think it starts in Louisiana in the 1800s, and then she's spending her time trying to find a place that she can call home for the next 200 years. It's going to be a long haul journey, and I'm curious. Then I've got Dark Matter, which is a century of speculative fiction from the African diaspora. It's edited by Sri R. Thomas, but it's got the works of, let me read you a few. It's got Octavia E. Butler in here, it's got Ismail Reed, Walter Mosley, Jewelle Gomez, Amiri Baraka, Derek Bell, Samuel R. Delaney. It's got a lot of classic Afrofuturistic writers. So we've got some essays from them, some short stories from them, and I've just heard that this was a really good anthology if I was looking for Afrofuturistic works to talk about in my dissertation. And then last but not least, I've got two non-fiction books, and one you can see from the tabs that I've already started reading it. And this one is Afrofuturism, The Worlds of Black Sci-Fi and Fantasy Culture by Ytasha L. Womack, and then the other one is Afrofuturism Point 2, and this one is edited by Ronaldo Anderson and Charles E. Jones. These ones both focus on all things Afrofuturism. It's not just sticking to literature, it's talking about music, it's talking about films, and it's talking about the concepts. And I'm really, really loving this one in particular that I've started so far. I've learned so much, it's given me so many ideas for my dissertation, what themes I might want to focus on, as well as open my mind to a lot of concepts. So I can't wait to discuss this one once I'm finished reading it, and then move on to Afrofuturism Point 2, which I'm sure is going to build on a lot of the things that I've just learned in the other non-fiction one, as well as add some of its own 2 cents to the discussion. So those are the two non-fiction books that I've chosen to look at. And then last but not least, I'm going to mention another book that I've started to read, but I'm not hauling it in technically because I already owned it, and that is Slay by Brittney Morris. This one is absolutely perfect for fitting in with an Afrofuturism dissertation. I am 65 pages in so far, and I've been tabbing like crazy. There's so many different things that I can discuss and talk about with my dissertation, and this one follows a girl who has made a VR game, which is a safe space for all black peoples, and it's just a celebration of black culture in this game. However, when a murder is committed in the name of the game or over a dispute that happens in the game, but the murder is committed in real life, the attention is called onto this game, and other people start calling it an exclusionary place rather than a safe space for black people, and the creator of the game has to deal with that. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I hope to finish it soon. I don't know, I've been starting a lot of books and not finishing them, and yeah, it's a bit of a messy stack, but there you have it. These are the books that I've recently bought and will be reading for my dissertation. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Have you heard of Afrofuturism before? Have you read any of these books or want to read some of them? I'd love to hear from you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't you forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And you know what they say, onwards and upwards. Excelsior. So there you have it. So, oh no.